It's Thursday, which means you're gonna hang out with the thirstiest bitch I know. Me, Heidi Banks! Welcome to the show! Welcome to another episode of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I'm very excited, and yes, excited. I haven't worked on any new adjectives. That's the only one I'm gonna use. I'm very excited to have a dear friend of mine here. She's been away at nursing school. She's been away, like she was like sent off somewhere, but she's been busy at nursing school trying to help people for some unknown reason. But maybe she'll tell us about it. Ladies and gentlemen, my sis, Miss Molly Alice Minx.
Hi!
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 Thank you for being here.
I'm so excited to be here.
So Molly's like that like pixie, but like that scary one, or like the mermaids in like the Harry Potter movie.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Definitely
like cute and
not
adorable,
to be trusted.
but like has like fangs and shit.
Yeah, definitely. I like to refer to myself as the passable pixie. That's where you can follow me on all social media.
Pixie, yes. Tell the people about you.
Well, I'm a little tiny 13-year-old. Like Heidi said, I just started nursing school because I don't know why, but I want to see everyone's everything. Not really there for if they get better or not, just really want to like look at them and then like just defile them. What I do best. I've been doing drag for how many years? I don't know how long, so I don't really say.
She was just hatched one day. She disappeared.
Mm-hmm. Incubated.
Well, thank you for being here. I'm Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. So we're gonna get into some stuff. I just want to ask you some questions. So, like you said, you're a passable pixie. You're a very fish girl. Very tiny, very twink-like out of drag. So, have you ever dabbled with the men's sexually while in drag?
Actually, physically, no. But out of drag, like you say, I'm basically Ellen DeGeneres. So I'd like to think that I have always,
I would have said pheromone, but bitch, you gave yourself Ellen DeGeneres. Good for you.
You know what? She is a humanitarian, and I like to think that I do things for humanity sometimes. So the answer
one
is,
prostate exam at a time, girl.
Girl, one finger, knuckle, you know. You know.
These are the gloves she actually wears when doing prostate exams.
Yeah, they're not sterile. Not at all. You might get a fissure, but it's okay because I heard you like that.
Ooh, that's scary. I don't like any of that.
I do.
What's your marital status right now?
Oh, well, I am recently fiancé.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
ma'am.
I know. I somehow have like put a can of Spam on the end of a fishing line and found a catch. So I mean, it worked for me, girl. You can try. You might have to use like, I don't know, like maybe some deli meat if you wanted to get like some nice, like physically fit men, but I don't know. A T-bone steak would work.
I feel like I'd
just as
catch
well.
my tea with hot dogs or something.
That's true. That's your tea.
Just have a hot dog on a hook and throw it out there. Something will catch. Heidi'll take that.
Yeah, so I am recently fiancéed. He's very lovely. We're super excited.
And he's like an adult. Like, he does like real shit, right? Like, what does he do for a living?
He like, I don't know. I like to call it like, well, I know like he talks to me every night, but I also know that I don't tune in. So they kind of balance each other out. He loves me anyway, which is why I know that he's a keeper. I like to call him like, I like to think of his job as like Chandler Bing, and like he's businessy, he wears a tie all the time, but I don't know what he does.
And there might be finance involved, like.
Yeah, there's definitely some kind of numbers that really stress me out, but yeah, he shows up at the plaza and clocks in and then like comes back out and he's just like,
listen, he's salaried and he has benefits. We ain't asking questions.
Girl, I'm his benefit now.
Yeah!
I'm so excited.
Let's talk about some nasty shit, Molly.
Okay.
Yay!
I'll pull up my chair.
So, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, we bring you here. You talk about some fun, crazy sexual experiences, hookups, relationships, dates, whatever.
Well, Mom, this is where you click off. Everyone who's related to me, please just go away elsewhere, except for you, cousin. It's just my first cousin, though.
Right, because you have your cousins and then your first cousin.
Exactly. I've never met anyone who understands me. Except for my cousin. Heidi one time asked me what was the dirtiest thing I've ever done. So, I'm a woman, and I am clean from head to toe, meaning like I haven't eaten in the past 72 hours. I am hungry from both holes. So, I never had that dirty experience, but I have had piss play before.
Piss play. Tell us about your piss play experience.
Ooh. Well, so there's this guy who I have been like messaging on Grindr for a while. And he was like one of the faceless like torsos that you find, but like bomb dick. So I was like, you know what? You're a little older. I don't care. Who cares? Age is but a number. Dick is forever.
Unless you're R. Kelly. But
well, that is true. That is true. I mean, you can't go backwards, but up is always good. So I went up by a lot. And I went over, and he's all fun and everything. He asked me if I wanted a margarita right when I got there, so he is the kind of person. He didn't ID me, though, which is probably his problem, but we'll continue. He invites me out to his pool, which is like recently renovated. He wants to show me all of the techniques and everything, all the fountains that he just got.
Is it heated?
Oh, girl, it's heated. It has its
He got money, girl.
Oh, girl. He has spent the past probably 20 years of his life, and he still has a lot left. Like renovating this pool. So we're all back there. We're having drinks. We're chilling.
Margarita.
And then I get a call from like my friend who says, hey, come out, I'm gonna smoke you out. And I'm like, okay, I can't, of course, I'm going to oblige. So I tell him that I have a family emergency and I have to go. And he said, well, come back after. And I said, of course I'm going to come back after. Well, he seemed to not believe me, and he said that he would never talk to me again if I didn't come back. I was like, oh, this is personally offending me.
Straight up, bitch, I just wouldn't have come back.
Girl, well,
I can find dick, bitch. You ain't the only one.
Well, I am like a little wounded dog, and like you hurt me, and I am going to come crawling back to you. And I am like completely just irrationally like, oh, okay, so I'm coming back no matter what.
It's okay. Old like me, you don't give a fuck about anybody.
Well, I'd like to think I still kind of do, but I don't know. So I'm out by his pool, and he says that we'll do some more wild stuff if you come back. So hour or two passes. I am not expecting to come back. Finally do. Come back, wiggle my way into the pool area, and he said, have you ever tried piss play? And I said, well, no. But like, it's one of those videos that like pops up on Pornhub a bit too much, and you don't click away right away. You just let it play out a little bit. I come back after a long night of hooking, and finally meet him, and he's like, so, what's the wildest thing you've ever had? And like a little twink bottom who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing says, I don't know. I mean, I just don't know what I'm into. Girl, you know goddamn well what you're into. So, without overly sharing exactly what I've done, my experiences with piss play are zero. So he says, well, you want to try it? And I said, okay. I look around and there's just a heated pool and like around me. So I think, nah, why not? Well, he pulls it out and starts to go. And I'm like, on my hands and knees, just like,
backsplash, like.
Yeah, and then I finally, this is after like a solid 30 seconds of like just full on stream.
Like he'd been holding it for a minute. That's
like,
rude
girl,
too.
those margaritas that he gave me, he had 3 of those in the 2 hours that I had been gone, plus like an entire keg of water somehow. So it's like full stream right at my forehead, and I just feel very attacked and very, just a lot. It was like a jet stream propelled right at my face. And so I did whatever I thought was necessary, which was keel over in an armadillo position into the pool. And then
I just imagine you like rolling back into the
It's completely just like, I don't want to be here. I'm going to fall over. So I fall over into the pool, and as I get up, I wash this water out of my eyes. And he said, I guess you didn't like it, huh? And I said, no, I did not. No, I did not. I am just way too polite to say, no, thank you. So I just fell. Story of my life.
So I just fell. You like an armadillo, just kind of like rolled away and retreated.
I definitely think that like in a past life / my Patronus is an armadillo. Because like if I become overstimulated or if I see something I don't like, I just immediately like crash and like protect myself like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going to happen. I'll go in.
I'll just hide until I feel better about it.
Well, because I know my insides feel amazing, so I always curl up in there.
Do you have any other kind of like kinky things that you've done or kinky things that you like?
Oh, girl, I love being choked out.
Being choked out?
Oh, girl, there's nothing that says like, I am such a total sub. I am in your arms, take me daddy. Like just a firm man's hand. I mean, like, not like this, because I'm a feminine woman. But like just a firm hand grasping right, like completely taking my neck, because I'm an ostrich.
Right. But like, I couldn't with her. She's an armadillo, she's an ostrich.
Girl, in the whole fucking animal kingdom. Get into it.
Girl, right, I'm into it. What are some things you've seen on Pornhub that look intriguing?
I guess I've always like kind of been interested / like lingered a long time, you know those videos, on like furries. Like I've always kind of just liked the idea of like, you just get it out, you fluff around with it, and then it goes straight in. Like no extra fluff. Which is ironic.
I would be into that, but like I want to be cute. Like they wear like mascot costumes that are big and bulky and giant.
I would be like,
bitch, I want like fish. Just like add fur to a leotard.
Girl,
bitch,
I'd be calling V Monique. I'd be like, hey girl, I need a new little like furry onesie. I need it to be breathable, full-way stretch. I need appliques of fur, not a full fur suit.
And it has to have a butt flap.
Oh yeah, butt flap is like not optional. A removable tail. And if that tail could also serve as another option, then I wouldn't be mad about it.
So we're gonna do something we're not used to and wrap this bitch up. Do you have any? Do you have any more advice? Any more? Anything you'd like to tell the children? Hoe tips. A hoe tip from Molly.
So in my hoeing days, I'm not a hoe anymore. She's reformed, but she still knows some tricks.
She's engaged. She's not reformed. She's still a hoe. She's just a hoe for one person.
That is true. When I was hoeing, I would always make sure that I had my good staple hookup look, which was going to be shoes that are like pre-tied or are like slip-ons.
Oh yeah.
Nothing is more awkward than being like, oh wait 1 second. Sorry, this is a bitch. Or after a particularly bad trade session, hey, I just want to spend 25 extra more minutes with you. Let me tie my shoe and have awkward conversation after this completely awkward encounter that I just had.
That's real. I
like,
get that.
I just needed to think about things. So, a good hoe shoe. I
Sensible
particularly
clog, if you
would
will.
just exactly. Sensible hoe shoe. Never ever wear tight pants. Yes, you think it makes your ass look good, but you know what else makes your ass look good? Your ass by itself. He's gonna fuck you. He's going to see it anyway.
Girl, he already said yes. Put on some basketball shorts, put on some sweatpants, and take your ass over there.
And you are, news to you, you're not gonna hide anything from him. If you plan to do what you're going to be there to do, you're showing it all. He's gonna see it. So, wear something loose so that way you don't have to awkwardly do the jean jiggle to get it on or off again. No skinny jeans, girl.
The worst is when he's trying to take off your skinny jeans.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just let me do it.
Let me do it. And you're like, no, please don't. You're hurting me.
So, sensible outfit.
Sensible shoe. And then also always bring a hat. Doesn't mean you necessarily show up in a hat. Always somehow leave with a hat. I particularly like to take some souvenirs.
Oh, I always take a
So,
tray. That sounds terrible,
yeah.
but if I like your sweatshirt, I'm gonna take your
girl,
sweatshirt.
I like you. And
Always.
I love collecting stories. And I'll tell you who I like collecting stories from. Trade.
I'm just
So-
cheap and will steal your clothes.
Yeah.
Tell the people where they can find you on social media.
Oh my gosh, you can find me everywhere and practically a disease. The best way to catch me is probably going to be on the Instagrams. That's going to be XOXO.malice. You can follow me also at #TallSlutNoPanties. Molly Alice Minx on Facebook. And I don't twatter because I don't understand it. Also, I get distracted easily and won't have a life otherwise.
That's true. Thank you for joining us, sis.
Thank you for having me.
Mwah. Thank you for being here, and I had a great time with you.
I
found
had
out a lot about you.
goddamn blast, and I learned a lot about myself. I hope you did too.
I think we all did. Now get out.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Well, that wraps another episode of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Stay tuned and make sure you subscribe down here to Mystical Dreams Productions to stay abreast of all the happenings. Catch us next week, same time, same place, same dirty hoe. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Heidi Banks. Mwah.